Alright, I didn't want to make this video because it's kind of controversial, but somebody has to talk about this because the more this goes left unsaid, the more this problem is perpetuated by people's silence and neglect. So basically, let's talk about, and I don't like to talk about this, politics and all that, but let's talk about politics. Let's talk about the illusion of choice. Let's talk about red versus blue, and I have some analogies regarding all of this that will, be, that some people will find, enlightening. Okay, so basically, the whole political system has been a scam for, in my opinion, this is my opinion, it's been a scam for for some 20 years plus now. I don't know how it was before, but in my lifetime, every single president that gets elected, it's the same thing. False promises. Hey, my people, I'm going to tell you all the things you want to hear so that you can put me in office. When I'm in office, my net worth increases tenfold. I was making $10,000 a year, now I'm making $1 million a year. I'm your commander, and I'll be your commander, and I will change the world. And then dude becomes president, whoever becomes president, and then nothing happened. They do this basic stuff, money, economy, decrease the prices of donuts by 25 cents every year. Decrease the prices of donuts, and gas has been tricky. My people, gas, everybody's tired of the price of gas. So this year, I promise you that the price of gas is gonna go down. And then they do it just to feed people little crumbs and everything. And they're like, oh, okay, he gave us something. They gave us something. And then everything go back to normal. Wars, bombs, all across the world. Segregation continues. Remember when Obama was changed and everyone was a black president? And, there was this illusion of, we're finally overcoming this. But now fast forward years later, and I haven't seen this much racism since literally the 1950s, before, during the time of Martin Luther King. So what does that show you? That all these false promises, all of these motives of action proposed by these leaders, political leaders, and so on and so forth. It's I'm not saying that some of these people don't believe in what they're saying, but ultimately, it all ends up the same. These people aren't really equipped. Excuse me. They're not really equipped to facilitate the change that they promise. I'm just being honest. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. And this is, I haven't been making videos, and I think part of it is because I've been trying to avoid talking about this stuff, because I've been trying to avoid coming off overly controversial and stuff. But like I said in the beginning of the video, somebody has to talk about this stuff, because if I stay silent, even though I'm trying to avoid being controversial, if I stay silent, who else is going to say this? How it needs to be said for it to reach people in a more full and vast way, So I'm tired of it. It's the illusion of choice. It's the illusion of choice. All these leaders come into play, and people, they make these promises and they don't really fulfill the promises like that. That's number one. That's my point number one, is false promises. Constant false promises. Have you noticed Tell me I'm wrong. All these people who are like, Trump is the greatest. What are some genuinely great things that Trump did when he was in office? Tell me. I want to know. Lay it out and give me the facts. Like, tell me, please. Because, like, people love to talk about all these great leaders that they love that are changing the world. But tell me, this dude had a chance to change the world. Tell me when he was here and he was given that chance. The people gave him a chance, apparently. What did he do in a real and raw way? Give me direct things, no fluff. No, like, he influenced this happening. Like, some people say he, like, helped child trafficking. Like, give me the facts. Give me the facts. Because ultimately, like, these leaders come in and they don't really do much. And it's all kind of appealing to people's biases and to their, like, preferences. And one of my analogies was like a gang. Like, politics has become like a gang. The Crips versus the Bloods. Red versus blue. Like, the Democrats are like, oh, if it's a little bit of red, then fuck that. Like a Blood saying, fuck the Crips and everything. Excuse my language. But it's like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, oh, no conservative ideals whatsoever. Like, and they bash any remotely related to conservatism. But if any truly successful person knows that success requires not just relying on one thing. It's multiple things coming together. Like, it's being a master juggler of different things. Ask any truly successful person in this life, they will tell you that. And yet, even successful people, once we get into this topic of politics, they're no longer successful. Because the whole mentality that made them successful, juggle multiple things, accept different ideals, put them together. They're like, no. Like, oh, like, it has to be blue, it has to be Democrat, it has to be Republican. If there's not anything other than that, then I stand against it. And so you see what I'm saying? The gist of what I'm saying is that when it comes to politics and when it comes to like fixing our world through like a systematic and structured way, utilizing like systems and laws and so forth, people just become, they like go brain dead. They literally go brain dead. Like, I'm looking at everybody around me as I walk on a daily basis, and most of these people, they're so brain dead when it comes to politics. Like, the whole third alternative thing, like, find the middle ground, take a little bit of the truth here, take a little bit of the truth there. All of a sudden, they just go brain dead, and they're like, no, like, Donald Trump is the only hero. Biden is the only hero. Harris is the only hero. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And that's all I want to talk about. Last thing, that second thing was, people going brain dead and being like gang members damn near. Like, I gotta defend my side, and my side is the only side. It's like the ignorance in politics, and I'm gonna say it, and people can be mad at me, and they could disagree, and they could ignore me, and they could be like, no, like, even though he said that, that's not what it is. They gonna still vote blue, still vote red. Ignore what I'm saying. But that doesn't change the fact that what I just said is 100% true, right? And so that's the point of this video. It's not even about if I get likes, comments. It's just to tell the truth and to put the truth out there, number one. And number two, because my core audience are truth seekers, I've come to realize. Remember my last video, as a side note, when I said I wanted to ignore the haters and double down on my supporters and audience and focus on you guys? Well, I studied and I learned who my core audience is and who you guys are. And my core audience, they're the truth seekers. And so this video is also just specifically for you guys. So yeah, that's what this video is about. Haters going to hate, ignorant people going to be angry and bug out. But the truth seekers, they going to hear what I'm saying and be like, yup. And that's all that matters to me. So last thing I want to talk about, and I want to make this quick, like there's no need to drag this on. The illusion of choice. Like, why do people, I want to ask people, man, why do you think that if you don't choose between Trump or Harris, and those are, then like there can be no other option? The real question. Do you guys, this is a question right now, and I want you to leave a comment below. Do you guys truly believe that you have to choose between Trump or Harris? Do you believe that? I want to know. Leave a comment below if you believe that. And if you believe it, tell me why. Why do you believe it? Because for me, I'm a critical thinker. I'm intelligent. I read every day. I study. And I keep my mind sharp. And I understand that those don't need to be the only options. We're not at the whim of a tyrannical government that forces us to choose like a parent, like a strict parent. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people believe that the government, at least in the United States, is like a strict parent telling them what to do, and they have no choice but to listen to them because they'll get punished if they don't listen to them. But that's not what it is. But I swear a lot of people act like that. And it's like, somebody needs to talk about this. Somebody needs to talk about this. So I'm going to talk about it. We are not at the whim of strict parents, the government, who are like, like if you don't vote, you're very, very bad. Bad child. Oh, doggy. Bad doggy. You know, like, what are we? What are you animals? You know what I mean? You're a sovereign, a human being. You have a mind, and you have the ability to choose. And not just that, but everything, at least in the United States of America, United States of America, right? Not the monarchy states of America. It's not like, one person rules all. This is a group country, and we all have a choice to choose, and people need to start acting like it. We need to start acting like it. And so that's my point. I want people to ask. I want people to tell me why they believe that there are only these options given to us, and if we don't choose those options, we're screwed. No, bro, I don't accept that. I don't accept, as an American, as a born American, and I can feel the whispers of my ancestors flowing through me. And I can feel my ancestors' bloods, my American blood, the blood of my American ancestors flowing through my veins. I can feel it. And as an American, I'm not going to let this country act like North Korea or whatever. No, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. We are not North Korea. We are not North Korea. So I'm gonna speak in the way that I feel is necessary to speak. Why do we feel that there's the illusion of choice, that we have to choose that and there's no other option? Has anybody considered that what if enough people came together and were like, no, I don't like these options, I don't like these candidates, there's got to be another way? Why do we feel like we can't do that? Why do we feel like we can't propose something else other than what's shoved down our throat by the government and by leaders who obviously they do it because they benefit? Like, you feel me? Like I feel like and this is kind of like a subset of the last part of this video, but I feel like leaders, we kind of feed into the leaders like what they really want, even at our own expense. I kind of lost my train of thought, I'm not gonna lie, but basically, yeah, that's it. Like, illusion of choice. We are not at the whim of a tyrannical government. We can choose a different alternative. Like, they're gonna benefit. Obviously, what I was trying to say is, like, obviously these governments and politicians are gonna be like, oh, these are the candidates, you have to choose between these people because it benefits them. Has it ever occurred to you that, like, they directly benefit in some shape or form? Like, you don't think that we can't just be like, I don't like any of these candidates, we have to try something else, and that people can't come together, propose that, and initiate it and help bring it into fruition? Why do people not believe in that, when that's how this country was built in the first place? People coming together, like, disagreeing and tearing down corruption and rebuilding. Like, I'm tired of people acting helpless. That's to end this video. I'm really tired of people acting helpless and basically un-American. I'm in a beautiful country, the United States of America, surrounded by Americans that don't really act American. And I'm kind of tired of it. And so my proposal, let's make a proposal at the end of those three topics, 3 main points of a bigger point, of a bigger topic. The topic being the corruption in politics, modern politics, right? And my proposal is, can we start acting more American? Can we start acting like we hold the power to not allow leaders to exercise their control over us?